So why does it seem like um, the more I'm meditating or doing my spiritual practice, the more things are coming up for me that are terrifying or terrorizing in my consciousness to the point where it's like I'm having anxiety attacks, or maybe I'm just really freaked out by what I'm seeing. I used to have anxiety for the longest time, and it really freaked me out. I would have panic attacks, and it just freaked me out. And luckily, I had my mother to talk to about it, because she went through similar things, so she was able to talk to me about it. But you know, if I have anxiety, if I have the beginning of a panic attack, nowadays, I find it interesting. I think it's interesting. I don't get threatened by it or scared by it anymore. And that's because I've learned that if that stuff is coming up, that means you're breaking through to the next level. That stuff is being brought up in your conscious mind because it's been stored in your subconscious mind. Okay, or even on the soul level, or the glandular level, the genetic level, and it's coming up for you now because it's in there. And same thing when people take psychedelic drugs. They say like, "Well, gosh, I wish I hadn't taken that stuff because now like all this stuff came out. It brought out all this junk that was in my psyche." I can't tell you to take what to do in terms of that. But the simple fact of the matter is, the truth of the matter is, when things are coming up in your consciousness, it's just junk. It's like crap that's in your being, and the only thing to do is to turn away from it. Witness it and be aware of it, and then be cleansed from it, and turn away from it. If there was, and actually, the worse that it is, the more intensely dark, the state or the panic or the anxiety seems to be. The more I get excited, and I swear to you, this is true. The more I get excited, the more I get stimulated and interested, because it means I know for a fact that there's a breakthrough coming. And the bigger and nastier the feeling is, the more I know that there's a really big breakthrough coming. And it's like the energy is getting ready to be released, and I'm getting ready to be taken to the next level in terms of my practice. Anything that happens for you in the realm of anxiety is simply the adrenal gland. And a lot of times people will spiritualize this kind of thing, and it's not like that's a bad thing to do, but also remember the biological aspect of it. And the biological aspect of it is the simple fact that as a person who's a survivor of abuse, you suffered a lot of shame, you suffered a lot of stifling, people stifling your voice, people telling you you were invalid, you invalidating yourself, sometimes as a matter of habit over the course of years. And this led to depression, and the depression subdued you, and you were sort of taken out of commission in terms of what you're able to do. But the more that you were down in your state of depression, the more that you were, your body was sort of storing up adrenaline, because your body is really meant to be active. It's not meant to be passive. So this adrenaline got stored, and instead of being used, and then when it hits you and you have that anxiety attack, it's almost like you picture, I don't know the right analogy, but if if you keep stuffing this energy down, and suddenly it explodes out in the form of an anxiety attack. It's really 2 + 2 = 4. It's not hard to understand why that happens. So people get freaked out when they have these feelings or these thoughts, and they medicate it away, they try to suppress it, and this is another form of, it's sort of like pathological denial of the inner state, the inner truth. It's a way to get out of facing what's there. But if you let it pass through you, if you face it and let the adrenaline basically go through your system, your body, and you're sort of just aware of it, then you're taken to the next level and you're lifted out of this depressive state. But whatever comes up for you in your consciousness, just turn away from it. Don't entertain it. Don't try to figure it out. But do be aware of it. Do be aware of it. And let the process of adrenaline flowing through your physical being, let that take place. And be happy. Because the more that you break down, the more that you can be sure that a breakthrough is waiting. If you can somehow give in to this, if you can somehow not divorce the heart from the mind, the consciousness from the body, if you can keep it all unified, then you'll be taken to the next level.